Hey, welcome back for my third video in the Kennerspiel des Jahres Nominees series, and that is covering King's Dilemma. Previously I talked about the crew and cartographers. Wow, perfectly named. The King's Dilemma does provide players with a giant dilemma. You are constantly at odds with everyone at the table. Sometimes you line up, but you all have very different agendas. You have different motives. You have different MO. In the very beginning of the King's Dilemma, everyone selects one family from 12 options, and you play that family for the entire game. This is a legacy style game where you'll probably play about 15 games. As with most legacy games, there are stickers that you stick on the board, and you write on cards, and you write on stickers, and you open up envelopes and take out cards. You also have these mystery stickers that you need to collect throughout the game to trigger the end of the game. It's a disposable game. You eat it up and you play it through one time and that's it. But to play a game 15 or more times, you're getting your money's worth, and you're definitely getting the experience of that rich narrative story world. The dilemma system in the King's Dilemma works very simply. Players take a card from the bottom of the hidden stack and they read the story on the front, and then look at the potential outcomes based on a nay vote and an aye vote. They don't know exactly how the resources and stickers will be adjusted, but they do know in which direction they will go, either up or down. The reason players want the resources to move up or down on the track is based on their agenda card. For example, the rebel player wants resources to be in the far extremes of the resource track, the top or the bottom. The more resources in those areas by the end of the game, the more victory points they earn. There's also a ranking on how much gold you have compared to every other player in the game. I think a lot of people have likened the King's Dilemma to a Game of Thrones-esque world where all of these different families have really interesting and unique point of view that do not always agree with everyone else. Your family card gives you crave or prestige based on particular secret agendas. And so when you make choices in the game, you hope that other people will back you, but you also better be prepared for people to not support you and to go against you very strongly and to maybe overpower you in the court when you all have to make a decision. There are consequences for every single action that you do in the game, and there is this ripple effect of what one particular game does in the next game, and the next game, and the next game. Those repercussions continue to come back and affect the players. I feel like I am really living out this saga. While all of this sounds so big and vast and sprawling, I have to say that each game really only lasts an hour. They are very condensed and brief and compact, and the game is super streamlined. You can do one of 4 things during a dilemma card resolution. One is pass and take the moderator token, which breaks ties. You can vote aye and you can vote nay. The other is pass and take prestige. Prestige is divided among the players who pass and go for power. After you pick aye, nay, or pass, you cannot change your decision for that particular dilemma card. You can add prestige points to your bid, and bidding goes until the player to the right of the person with the leadership token. The leadership token will change during bidding if someone plays more power than another player. So as you play, the game will kind of tell you what to do, and you know all the basic actions, and you know how to change resources and how to affect the scale of when the king abdicates or when not, and if the king is going to die or not, which those are the 2 ways the game ends. One of the things to keep in mind when you play King's Dilemma is that the first game will take a little bit longer to set up, and it might feel long. I know after our second game, we really started to feel it, and we started to get excited about the game. And so don't let that first game slow you down with the momentum of the entire legacy aspect of it. Just know that after your first, second, third game, you're going to get into the swing of things, and it will just get easier and easier as you continue playing. Most of the game takes place in the table talk. The discussions that you have before votes, the discussions that you have during votes. Just this last game, things actually got really juicy. I was able to make a decision based on everyone's influence at the table. I had one person that passed and was out of the voting, but they can still bribe me to make a choice. I had one person who was voting aye. I had one person who was voting nay. And then these two decided they wanted to say, I'll give you a coin if you vote nay, and then I'll make sure to give you the leadership token, because they had the moderator, which they break ties with the moderator token. And then I thought, well, I really want to be the leader, but I want it to be I don't want it to be nay, but I didn't want them to know. So I just listened to them, and I took it in, and I asked, well, what will you offer me? Will you up your offer over here? And then I made a deal, and I actually gave money to someone else so that I could be the leader and win with I. And my result of doing that was that for the next who knows how many turns, my family's going to lose money in that investment, because I made a choice that was a very, very costly investment, and I wasn't ready for that repercussion. And it's really cool. Like, it's really fun. The game to game to game, it's affecting your player's family. It's a good game. And I love how, again, long term you have to think, but also you want things to happen right now, and how it gets people bargaining and trading and thinking and cajoling. I honestly can't wait to play my next game, but I definitely will not spoil anything for you, because I'd love for you to try the game yourself if the game sounds like something that you want to introduce your gaming group to. Overall, King's Dilemma offers excitement, story, and fun. It's a solid game, and I think it's because when you actually play, it doesn't get slogged down by anything other than the players stalling. And if you're stalling, then rounds can take a really long time. And in a 4-player game, things go rather quickly, but there's still that really great balance and dynamic that you need in the game. I agree with everyone else who is saying that you must play this game with 4 to 5 players. Yes, definitely do that. But if you have those 4 to 5 players and you want a rich story world that is going to last more than one game, and games are going to affect you later on, the choices that you make, definitely go for King's Dilemma. I think it's a super game. Thank you again for watching. That wraps up my Spiel des Jahres nominees review. So if you didn't catch them, go watch them right now. It's okay, I'll wait.